What if I tell you, in the future, your ACs won't exist? They will be replaced. No indoor unit, nor the outdoor unit on your balconies. Instead, your entire neighborhood could be cooled by one giant system. Sounds like a sci-fi? Well, welcome to the world of district cooling system. Stay till the end because I'll explain how this will slash your bills, save our planet, and why Paris, France and Dubai have already adopted it. Welcome to the DK Report. Myself, DK Kumar. So to set the context between the district cooling systems and the normal ACs which you have in your house. So let's go through a quick recap how your AC works. So you have an indoor unit blowing cold air to your face, and outdoor unit screaming on your balcony producing chilled refrigerant, and a copper pipe connecting the both. Simple, right? But here's the catch. When you multiply that setup with every flat, every office and every mall in a city, basically you end up with a jungle of compressors, sky-high power bills and a ton of heat dumped into the environment. Basically, cities are frying themselves while trying to cool down. So let's understand how this DCS system works. So let me give you an example what really a DCS system will do. So you have an AC, and with that AC you have one outdoor unit. So if you have 4 ACs, you have 4 outdoor units. So similarly, the other flats in your buildings have the same number of outdoors as their ACs. So here DCW system comes. It's a centralized outdoor unit for a district. So instead of one outdoor unit per AC, you'll have a one giant outdoor system for one city. Now let's understand the functionalities. How does this work? So there is a central chiller plant which makes super cold water of around 5 to 6 degrees Celsius. Think of it as a mother fridge. Step 2, the chilled water travels through insulated pipes laid under the ground. One pipeline sends cold water and the other pipeline gets the hot water back from the buildings to the plant again. Every building connects to the system via energy transfer station. Sounds fancy, but it's just a smart heat exchanger. And now the cold water goes inside the building and it cools the AHU or the fan coil units installed in your room. These units are just a normal indoor AC units which are currently present. And after cooling the room, the water gets warmer and the water comes back to the plant again and chilled again, and this cycle goes on 24/7. So for you as a user, it feels the same. You set the thermostat and you get cold air. But behind the scenes, your outdoor unit is now a city-sized refrigerator shared by everyone. So now you must be thinking, इससे मेरा क्या फायदा, मुझे क्या मिल रहा है, मैं क्या करूं? Wait, we'll talk about that too. Comparing these DCS units with the normal ACs, these DCS units consume 20 to 30% of electricity less than the normal ones. These are more environmental friendly. They emit less chlorofluorocarbons and hence a better alternative for our environment too. But now, धंधे की बात. Will it be a good investment? What is the cost? Would it be a profit for you? Let's talk about that. So let's compare normal ACs and district cooling setups. So in normal ACs, every building has its own chillers, compressors and cooling towers. Each has to hire a staff for maintenance, and also the outdoor units occupy a lot of roof space. Whereas the district cooling setup has a one big plant that does all the cooling. Your building just installs an ETS and internal piping. You only pay for the cold water you use, like the normal utility bills. Now for example, if we take an office space of 1 lakh square feet, the electricity spent of that comes to around 1.2 crore with the normal ACs. But once you use the DCS, the total bill comes down to 80 to 90 lakhs, which is around 20 to 25% less. Plus, the maintenance drops to half and you save up to 15% extra real estate space because no bulky cooling towers hogging your rooftop. It's just like upgrading from buying bottled waters every day to just having one large filtered tank that serves the entire colony. So comparatively, the prices are less. With less carbon emissions, it is price efficient and environmentally sustainable too. It's not the greenest of ACs, but the impact and the emission would comparatively decrease. क्योंकि बूंद बूंद से सागर बनता है. But there is a challenge. I'll tell you. Hold on. Before that, let's see. Is this a new innovation, new technology? Whether this is just a theory or this is already real. So this district cooling setup is already existing. Well, I have already mentioned earlier that Dubai, Singapore and some other countries have already adopted this setup. In Dubai, their malls, airports and even Burj Khalifa use DCS. Imagine 160 floors and 160 AC units on the rooftop. Disaster. Paris, the largest system in Europe. Toronto uses deep lake water to cool skyscrapers. 75% less electricity. Singapore's Marina Bay, which is chilled from 2006, and it's also present in India in the gift city of Gujarat and in the Mudra. The system and the setup works under pay-per-use model and is owned and maintained by Adani. But wait, what are the challenges? Why isn't this there everywhere already? So let me tell you, there is a huge upfront cost, 2 to 3x more than the normal AC setup. The cost is not from the consumer's end, but from the supplier's end. To set up the system, to maintain the system, and to make the entire infrastructure, it costs 2 to 3 times more than the normal ACs. And this model can only be applied the budding cities and not the current cities, because retrofitting existing cities is like trying to install Wi-Fi cables in jungle. Some building owners don't like sharing their ACs and it needs skilled engineers which are still in short. So yeah, it's amazing, but not a plug and play solution yet. So for the future of this? The future of this is super bright. With smart cities, renewable integration, and an AI-driven efficiency, DCS could become the default cooling system for large urban clusters. Think of it as shifting from everyone using their own diesel generator to an entire city using one reliable power. Or not using your own car and taking a public transport instead. So the traffic in the road decreases, and similarly, if you shift from this to DCS, the pollution in the environment will also decrease. So now comes the main question. Will the ACs in your house vanish? Probably not anytime soon. But in megacities, for offices, homes and townships, it's a yes for sure. And the sooner we adopt it, the more we save on bills, space, and the planet. So what do you think? Would you trust your cooling to a city-sized AC plant instead of having your own? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Now that's it for the video. Hope you liked the video. Do consider to like, share and subscribe. Thank you. Have a nice day. Jai Hind.